Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. One thing no fan wants to see, especially during a game like this, is Caitlyn Clark heading to the bench and then suddenly disappearing from the action. That's exactly what happened tonight. Caitlyn Clark went to the bench, and before long, she was making her way to the locker room. The concerning part was that there wasn't much information available right away. A lot of people were asking questions, including members of the media, but there were very few answers. Everyone wanted to know what was going on with Caitlyn Clark, yet there was complete silence for a while. What makes the situation even more frustrating is that we witnessed some very questionable moments involving Alyssa Thomas and Caitlyn Clark during this game. Those incidents immediately caught the attention of fans watching closely. Then, the update finally arrived. Caitlyn Clark would not return to the game. At that point, the focus shifted away from the final score and toward her health and status moving forward. Yes, the Mercury won the game and the Fever ended up getting beaten badly, but that wasn't the biggest story. Before leaving the floor, Caitlyn Clark was having another outstanding performance with 19 points and 8 assists. She was controlling the game and making a huge impact. For me, the result is secondary. The biggest concern is whether Caitlyn Clark will miss additional time. Hopefully, Stephanie White gets good news, Kelsey keeps things together, and Caitlyn Clark is not sidelined for an extended period.
Dave Portnoy posted this. This is a clip. This is where people believe she had the back injury. Right here. All right, let me turn the sound down. She hits the floor. That's where the defender came in too close when she's trying to shoot this three-point shot. She's going to hit the ground, and when she rolls over, she grabs her back. All right? She reaches around and grabs her back. And right there. Right there. Did anybody see that? Watch Caitlyn Clark. She's going to roll over, and she is going to reach behind and grab her back right there. Right there. She grabbed her back. So people believe this is where she got hurt. That's what it looks like anyway. This is a clearer picture, but you don't see her grabbing her back in this shot here. But that's right here, that's the shot. The defender got too close. The defender tried to act like she got hit in the face. And look, she got too close. She shouldn't have gotten so close. But that is the play where people believe that she hurt her back or re-injured her back. A new back injury? We don't know. There's Caitlyn Clark leaving the floor right here. This was in the right here. There's her on the bench, and there she goes walking off, and she's going to go back to the back.
So I've seen some people suggesting that Stephanie White may have believed Caitlyn Clark simply failed to hustle on a play and was pulled from the game because of it. That's one theory floating around right now. Personally, I don't buy it. I think Caitlyn Clark was dealing with a legitimate back issue, and that's why she left the game. The situation looked far more serious than just a coaching decision. What also has people talking is the physical play involving Alyssa Thomas and Caitlyn Clark. Many fans believe the contact crossed the line, and the reactions online have been intense. Some are calling it one of the dirtiest sequences they've seen all season. As a result, there are growing calls for the WNBA to review the play involving Alyssa Thomas. A lot of people feel the league needs to take a closer look and determine whether further discipline is warranted. At the end of the day, the biggest concern remains Caitlyn Clark's health and whether this back issue could keep her sidelined moving forward. She is going to put her elbow/fist into Caitlyn Clark's neck, and then we're going to look. She puts her knee directly between her legs into her groin, streaking to the basket, and look at that. Boom. Look at her put her knee into Caitlyn Clark's groin right there on that play, right? I mean, this is gross right there. Now, let's see. That's the same clip. Now let's get to this one. This is a different angle of the play. Caitlyn, watch this. Look at that. Look at her put her fist and her forearm into Caitlyn Clark's neck on this play. Right there. And then uses her fist to get up. Did she try to kick Caitlyn Clark? Let me look. Or step on her? Caitlyn Clark looked like she was kind of doing this, like Alyssa Thomas tried to step on her. Clay Travis came out and said WNBA players hate Caitlyn Clark and cheap shot her because she's white and she's straight. How long have we been saying that? 3 years now? The WNBA's got a real problem here. They've got a real problem with the players in this league. And here is my issue. Stephanie White should have lost her ever-loving S on that floor after that dirty shot from Alyssa Thomas. Of course she didn't. Of course she didn't, because she's tight with Alyssa Thomas and DeWanna Bonner. Stephanie White should have gotten thrown out of this game on that play right there. Thrown out of the game. She should have, at minimum, gotten an ugly technical out of it. Nothing. Stephanie White, she's not beating the allegations. She is not beating the allegations. And congratulations, WNBA. Once again, one of your games is not about the game, it's about the drama on the court. I just told you guys I did a video about Alyssa Thomas and/or DeWanna Bonner targeting Caitlyn Clark. Here we are. I can't watch. They made me so mad, it's not worth it. This is gross, folks. It's gross. Caitlyn Clark needs to leave this ghetto league. If she stays, she will have a short career. I mean, look, it's hard to argue that. Wow. Alyssa Thomas injured Caitlyn Clark. The Fever didn't do anything to protect her for 3 seasons. Appeasing a league that hates you leads to your star getting taken out. I hope you're happy. People are pissed. Gee, I wonder what caused it. Pathetic organization. What do you have to say about Alyssa Thomas throat-punching Caitlyn Clark? AT is a thug. You need to do something about this. Fight for your player. The league is aiming to injure her. This is nuts. You guys going to stick up for her or keep feeding her to the wolves? Unbelievable. WNBA better do something about Alyssa Thomas's dirty ass, or you're going to lose everything you gained from Clark. Guys, I honestly may end up making multiple videos about what happened tonight because this story is not going away anytime soon. We could be talking about this for the next several days, and for good reason. Once again, Caitlyn Clark is at the center of a major controversy, and it's exactly the type of situation many people feared would happen. I said from the beginning that Caitlyn Clark would continue to be a target, and now we're looking at another incident that has fans demanding answers. The play involving Alyssa Thomas is already being heavily debated. Many viewers believe the contact crossed the line, and the reaction online has been immediate. Fans are breaking down every angle, discussing the contact to Caitlyn Clark's groin area, the physical play around her neck, and the overall sequence that unfolded during the game. Now, the questions shift to Stephanie White and the Indiana Fever organization. People want to know what the response will be moving forward. Will Stephanie White address it publicly? Will concerns be raised with Kathy Engelbert and the league office? And most importantly, what steps will be taken to ensure Caitlyn Clark remains protected on the court? At the end of the day, the biggest concern is Caitlyn Clark's health and availability. The WNBA benefits when its biggest stars are on the floor, and fans want answers about what happened. Tell me what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Here in the fourth quarter, Caitlyn Clark is not going to return. This was in the third quarter. She was on the bench in that timeout, and you can see her face. She's grimacing, and she immediately decides that she's going to go back to the locker room. And in the third quarter, Paris gave us the update. It is a back situation. She will not return to tonight's ball game.